right. Hey, Jeff Taylor, how are you?
I'm well, Lindsey Ray. How about you?
I'm excited to be here with you as my guest again.
Or would you rather be called Lindsey Eddie Ray?
Oh, whatever. People know me by both by now.
Okay, I'll just call you Eddie.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go.
So how is it? This is, I guess, is chapter 2 of our little conversation, right?
Yes. So today we're going to talk about more about real estate, and maybe after it's going into more detail about how once you get into real estate, how you become successful and you decide what you want to do once you've been in it for 2 to 4 years.
Okay. How did you get to that point? Did you achieve two things? The two criteria that I would use would be, how much time do I have, and am I comfortable with this level of income? Because being a father of 5 and then a father of 7 with grandchildren to come with that, it's like the income needs to adjust to be able to accommodate what level of parenting and grandparenting I do. At this stage in my life, it's important, I think, at 2 to 4 years into it, you get comfortable with what you can do and then what it takes to get there. Are you satisfied with that level of income, or do you need to spend more time or do other things?
There it goes. Real estate never sleeps. Phone's always ringing. We're
That's
used
right.
to that. So I would say, right now I'm on year 7, about to be year 8. So looking back, I would say after 24 months, it's one of those things. It's you really just start going, get to going. It takes a long time to have your first transaction, your first listing. It takes at least 24 months to actually decide, will I be able to make enough income to support my family?
Yes.
Because it takes 30 to 60 days to close a transaction, and how many months leading up to that before you actually start the transaction.
Right.
So the first 24 months, most people do not continue real estate. They fail in the first 24 months.
Yes.
So if you survive the first 24 months, that just basically tells us, all right, we can get through the hard times. And if we keep going, then we can determine how successful we're actually going to become. So for me, from after 24 to 36 to 48, I've actually been able to continue to help people that I helped in the first 12 months after year 3. So after 36 months, maybe they've lived in their house 2 years and now I'm reselling their house. So I'm seeing those repeat clients. Once you see those repeat clients and then you're getting new clients and you're also doing all the activities to continue to grow your business, you can really start seeing the potential of where you actually can be. On the other side of that, you have to decide, do I want to work 40 hours a week? Do I want to work 60? Do I want to work 80? Do I want to work every weekend?
Right.
What do I want to do? Because the busier you get, the busier you get. So if I say I just want to be doing real estate for 40 hours, I mean, that's hard to say that I just want to do real estate for 40 hours and only work 40 hours, because you work 40 hours, that turns into 60 hours.
Well,
it's just nonstop.
When you're an independent contractor, and I don't care what you're doing, from setting up and filming a couple people having a conversation to real estate to a login job, you're not guaranteed anything. You have to produce in order to keep that income coming in. You also, at that time, I figure by 24 to 48 months, you understand how much work it takes to get that pipeline built, to have those transactions in there, so that at least once every 30 days you have a closing so that you can keep the lights on.
Yep. My big thing is I wanted to determine what type of buyers and sellers I want to work with.
Yep.
What do I really enjoy in real estate? Do I enjoy helping more sellers or helping more buyers, or both? Or do I really enjoy selling homes versus land? Once you start becoming successful, you can kind of choose what part of real estate you enjoy more than others. And you can kind of advertise and market more towards those certain clients so you attract more of those. So I want to work with a client that wants to work with me.
Okay.
That they don't just call you and say, can I show you this house, or can you show me this house right now? They're respectful of your time.
Okay.
You're respectful of their time. And they want to continue to do business, not after one transaction, but 3 and 4 and 5. And they're going to continue to refer you to their family and friends.
Right.
So those are the type of clients I want to work with, is ones that respect me as much as I respect them. And I really enjoy lots of different aspects of real estate. One of the reasons I chose real estate after being in dentistry was because it was such a broad field. There is a lot of different aspects of real estate.
Yes, ma'am.
Where if I don't enjoy running around with buyers showing 30, 40 houses before we find the one,
Yes.
I don't have to continue to do that.
And also, you enjoy starting a day, say a Sunday morning at 9 o'clock at the first house you're going to be seeing. You go from one end of the county to the other, and then it's like you're now closer to helping them decide what they want. It's just a wild goose chase.
Yep.
I can remember when I first started, if somebody would call me and they said, well, I'm in the driveway of this house, could you show it to me? I would drop everything, tell my wife, tell my kids, whether they were in the middle of a birthday party or a ball game, I'll see you in a little while. And by the miracle of the grace of God, they would agree to, yeah, you go, take care of it. 9 times out of 10, those were just, I didn't ask the right questions. Are you pre-approved, or do you have cash to buy this $20,000 mobile home? You know, something like that. Or if somebody is, I'm at this place at the lake, it'll take you an hour and a half to get there. How soon could you be here to show it to me? You know, high-end properties like that, they more or less want to see a proof of funds or a pre-approval letter before they'll even let you in. So you have to be, number one, understand that your time is worth something, but it's especially to you, but especially to your family and then to your client, because they wouldn't hire you or ask you to spend the time with them if you weren't valuable in terms of your expertise and know-how to get a job done.
Right.
So if you understand all that and you hold yourself up as understanding all that, and that indeed your time is valuable, you're going to say to the one that calls you, I'm in the driveway, I'd like to see it now. That's disrespectful of a whole lot of people, including me. But it's also disrespectful of the seller.
I think, too, once you've been in it more than 24, 36 months, 3 years, you've learned a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And you've realized, you know what, instead of dropping everything I do to run and show this house, if I was actually doing what I was taught to do, I was doing my buyer's consultation, I'd say, hey, Jeff Taylor, the first step is you schedule a buyer's consultation to meet me in the office.
Yes.
My next appointment is Monday at 10 a.m. Would you be available at that time?
Perfect.
And we sit down and we go through all the things, and I get to know you, you get to know me. We know what you're looking for. If you're not pre-approved, we can set up lenders for you to get pre-approved. And then it just makes the process so much streamlined versus you getting that phone call and dropping everything you do, and then you get there and they're not even ones buying their house. They're looking for their sister who's in Florida who you've never even talked to. So there's a lot of unknowns, and you get so eager in the beginning because you're trying to make this career work.
Correct.
And you're trying to pay your bills.
Correct.
And it's difficult. And so you've got to learn, from a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
To decide what to do and what not to do. And after you've been in it 5 years, man, you've learned a lot, but there sure is a lot left to learn.
Correct. And
Jeff Taylor's been in real estate for how long?
20 years.
20 years, and he's still learning from me today.
Yep.
Well, and then a lot of other people, but I'm still learning from him too. But there is a lot of things. I remember when I first got into real estate, I was so excited about going and showing land. And I knew a pretty good bit of land because my parents and grandparents parents have invested in land over the years, and it's just something I've been intrigued to, and I've really enjoyed looking and showing land. But I didn't know a lot about timber and timber sales, and then I met Jeff, and Jeff was able to educate me and take me through the woods and tell me what to look for, and the value of different lands of tracts, where what type of trees they had on them, and how many trees. So that took a long time for me to learn those things, and I'm still learning today. There's a lot to learn about land. So
well, when we're traveling, my wife and I would rather drive to go to someplace out west or up north, because if you stay off the beaten track, stay on the side roads, you can see how people live. And then if you're analyzing, you're applying that market knowledge that you've learned where you live, and you analyze, okay, you see how people, if they're proud of their place, it's going to be neat. And then if they, if you see a place that's growing and developing, and it's going to be neat. But then you run into places that people just don't have the kind of pride, or maybe they don't have the time. And so you're wondering to yourself, how could I make a difference here? Because you can do that at home, but wouldn't it be fun to do it at another place too? Our office manager showed me a farm that she had looked at this past weekend with her husband, and there's possibilities with the timber. There's open land for grazing, and also plenty of building sites.
Wait, hang on a second. That better be within a certain distance of the office, right?
Well, after her children start having grandkids, we probably see less and less of her.
Goodness.
But it's within probably an hour and a half of the office.
Oh, goodness.
It's okay. She got to live her life.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she lets you live your life, doesn't she?
I know.
But I think by the time you get at the point you're in, you're exploring all kinds of possibilities on how to get the word out there about yourself and about your skills. What I like is you are emulating some of the things that we're seeing happening in the industry in terms of people using social media. But I love the fact that you always have with either a podcast or a reel, you'll have something interesting where it's historical or it's just downright funny, because you're a heck of a good actress.
So once you get into real estate and you start making, enough income, you wonder, how am I going to get to the next level? So that was my question. How am I going to get to the next level? Do I want to get to the next level? Mm-hmm. Like, what level do I want to be on? You get to choose those things. Mm-hmm. That was one freedom that I was intrigued by when choosing real estate. The sky's the limit. Mm-hmm. I can choose where I want to be, and I'm in control of that. So right. I want to be able to grow my business, and I have to decide at that time, how many team members do I want to have? Do I want to have a team? Do I want to be a one-team person? Do I want to stay up all night video and content and coming up with ideas? So to be able to grow my business, I've decided, okay, I've got to take some of this income and I've got to put that back into real estate as far as marketing and trying to do podcasts and trying to do informational videos for buyers and sellers, and you've got to do a lot of different mixtures. For one, I want to be able to market the properties that I'm selling.
Yes.
For my sellers, because that's my job. And how can I do that to get the most views and to get the most exposure for my clients? And so we've come up with several different ways as far as the podcast, doing reels. I pay a professional photographer to take photos of properties. We go out and we tour them for buyers. So I'm excited to be able to, I decided that it's really important to me to continue to grow and to put the money back into my business as far as marketing and doing all these videos. But it is a learning curve.
Yes.
Because I did not grow up with a cell phone. And I would say the best advice I have for someone is to get someone younger to show you all the ins and outs about social media. Hire a professional. Get someone that knows what they're doing.
Okay.
And that can help advise you. Because right now, I am working with a fantastic marketing specialist. She was doing a fantastic job, going above and beyond, teaching me all the ins and outs, what to do and what not to do. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. Yeah. But I believe that we're going to be able to grow the business that way. And then having someone else that has an unbiased opinion that will tell you, hey, I think you're on the right track, or no, that's not such a good idea.
Correct.
And then invest in, if you are making income for your business, it's not just going to keep coming if you don't reinvest back into it.
Correct.
So you've got to take that investment, not just for your family and the vehicles and your house and maybe buying more real estate, but you've got to put it back in your business.
Correct.
So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is continue to make it to the next level, is to continue to reinvest in my business, and that will help continue to grow it.
It's been interesting to watch you, but one thing that I have learned is being on the front lines in real estate, you might see something out there because of your contacts that might be something that you would want to invest in. For example, rental properties or storage units or vacation rentals. All of those things, all those opportunities are out there. In time, you learn what is a good deal for you, what can be sustainable, and if you diversify, then if you have a slow time on real estate, your pipeline is empty for a month. For you, it might be for 30 minutes, but for some of us, it might be for a month. Well, it's important that we have something else happening, that we have income coming in, and especially with the stuff that comes in, seems like it walks to my mailbox. If you have rental properties and they're paid for, that's the greatest kind of casual income that you can do. And if you work hard enough in your really, really productive years, you can have that set up as some sort of retirement for yourself.
Yep. But if you want to have a job that you put part-time, part effort into it, you're going to get part-time results. So to be able to be successful in real estate, you've got to put the time, the devotion, the money. You've got to give a lot during that time too.
Let me ask you a question. What is the number one thing that somebody in real estate has to be aware of?
Time.
How about the market?
Well, the market, but time is very valuable. You could spend a lot of time spinning your wheels, studying the wrong information, maybe not even studying, maybe you start looking up listings on the on the MLS, and you get sidetracked, and then you're looking at social media, and then you're going down a rabbit hole, and you're not getting anything done.
That temptation is always there, especially if you're a go-getter and don't know how to throttle it back just a little bit.
Yep. So I would say you've got to make sure that you got to time block your schedule. You've got to not just take in consideration weekdays, but weekends too. And you've got to put in the effort to be able to see the outcome.
You're very, very good at blocking off sections of your day, your week. How much time do you devote every day to just staying up on top of the market?
So I try to start the day out by opening the MLS. So I'm a member of not just one, but 4 MLSs. So that just means that I'm on, basically MLS is it's a website that realtors use to list properties.
Right.
And we pay to be in that website. So we have one locally for Cullman, so I'm a member of that one. So I try to go on there and spend at least an hour of my time searching the MLS and looking at solds, new listings, expired listings, homes that have went under contract. Okay. And look at the days on the market.
Right.
Also, I spend a lot of time in the evenings at nighttime after I go home. Who knows what time that's at? Depends. The time's about to change, so the days are going to get much shorter. So, then I do that again. Okay. And then I also, there's a ton of different websites and coaches that you can follow. Right. Keeping Current Matters is a great one too, that you can go look at content and just keep up to date. And then also the company I work for, we have weekly meetings. Then we also have weekly tours. So there's a lot of time that you put towards your business to grow your knowledge, to be able to advise your clients.
Right.
And to come up with this content to be able to put out here, social media, for viewers to understand the process.
So what you're telling me is if you invest the time and you spend your time wisely, the sky is wide open for you.
Yeah, if you want to put a lot into it, you can get a lot out of it. Or if you don't want to spend but 40 hours working in real estate, you can hire a team. You can have a buying agent. You can have a listing agent. You can manage them. You can have a marketing specialist.
Yes.
You can have a photographer. I have a lot of different people that are helping me behind the scenes. And I take my income and I pay them to be able to have them. And if I didn't have them, I would be spending a lot of my time doing other things.
Exactly. You wouldn't have the time to do all you wanted to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't have time to even sleep.
Better real estate agent.
Yep. So if I'm out showing you houses, Jeff, and we're spending 4 hours, that's 4 hours in a day, and then the next 4 hours I'm with another client. That's 8 hours.
Right.
Well, then I'm going to eat
and
breakfast.
What do you have to show for that?
Yeah. So, and then if I'm spending all night doing marketing videos and content, then when did I actually have time to check the MLS for my other buyers?
Yes.
So there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of things. Once you become successful, you've got to be able to take on more people to help you to be able to continue to grow, or you're just going to hit you're just going to be at the same level, and there's not going to be time, or there's going to be times you want to grow, but you can't really grow because you don't have enough time.
The frustration might build.
Yes.
And you probably get a little frustrated because you're spinning your wheels, not getting a whole lot done, and you wonder, I'm exhausted. Maybe I do need to get off my wallet and have my team built up so that they can help me be a more efficient, make more efficient use of my time.
Yep.
And my knowledge.
And if you want to enjoy your life, I mean, if you start working, doing all the things, you get home later and later every night. You don't have dinner with your family. You stop going to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
You start doing open houses every weekend. You stop going to the gym. You stop taking care of yourself, and you just get the income is nice because it keeps coming and it gets more and more and more, but you just keep going. You get burnt out really fast.
Correct.
Because money doesn't make everything, and it doesn't make everybody happy, and you can't take it all with you. So you've got to you get to a point that you have to say, you know what are the important things to me in life? And these are the things, and this is what I need to be able to enjoy my life.
You strike me, you're always looking for a better way of doing things. And I think your number one thing, and I wish everybody else in the office or whoever listens to this, the market, and I don't care if it's selling cereal, selling houses, or alcohol, the market demands that you are efficient. And what makes you efficient is your team.
Yep.
All the people here in this house, all the people that you refer to, the people that you talk to every week who are support staff. Yeah, it's really important to be
just
more
being
efficient
and consistent and deciding what's the important things to you in life.
Yeah.
And if you're spending all your time working, then what are you actually doing to enjoy your life?
Are you living to work or working to live?
Yep. So that's one thing not to forget about real estate. Things can get out of hand really quickly. You can do really good, or you can do really bad, and you find another career, or you decide, you know what, I don't want to work more than 40 hours a week. I like having 8 to 5 job, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like having, different incentives that different places can offer, and a different type of structure, and that's for each person to decide. But I will say I really enjoy working and seeing the smile on people's faces when they're able to, I guess, live the American dream after closing.
Right.
There's nothing better feeling than going out and seeing somebody build their dream home on a piece of land that you helped them look for 6 months, and then being so excited to show you their house that they built on this piece of property.
And you can feel that satisfaction when you get to know that client.
Right.
And understand what their dream is, because how many houses are they going to wind up buying in a lifetime? probably less than a handful. And if you can be that person that gets them across that first or second or third home, they're going to be, and you satisfy them, it's a great level, great deal to be.
Yep.
All
right, guys. We went over a lot of information today. So until next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.
See ya.